Money FM 89.3, the best of the afternoon update. The Afternoon Update with Lin Li Fu.
Welcome to Good Tech, where we spotlight the inspiring ways technology meets purpose, showcasing innovations and ideas that are driving real impact for social good. I'm Nazirul Asrar. In Singapore, there are hundreds of assistance schemes covering everything from healthcare to education and financial support, but figuring out what help you qualify for can feel like navigating, a sort of website, PDFs, and endless Control-F searches. But what if technology could change that? Schemes SG is a homegrown platform built by volunteers who saw that confusion and decided to fix it. What started out as a simple help list has evolved into an AI-powered search tool connecting social workers, caregivers, and families to the support that they need. So how is this technology making social assistance more accessible to Singaporeans who need it? Joining me to share more today is Eugene Kim, project lead of Schemes SG. Welcome to the show, Eugene.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Hello. Okay. Now, Eugene, tell us, what was the story behind the creation of Schemes SG?
Thank you. The story started in the COVID times. In that area, there was a lot of schemes, a lot of services available in Singapore, but to navigate and to find the information has been proven very difficult. So many people, what they did is they come up with Excel sheets and Google Sheets just to list down what is available in the social assistance scheme. This is where the Schemes SG started. It was started with one Excel file with a big community to contribute to build the list of schemes and services, which later turned into a website, schemes.sg. It's been running for almost 5 years right now, and it's been evolving with the power of Gen AI to our chat tool, to a self-service help tool.
Oh, okay. Well, then we already have multiple government platforms readily available for different needs. Yeah. But I have to ask, though, what makes Schemes SG different?
Most of the services, most of the websites you go to, they focus on specific support. A specific agency would be housing, jobs, or health. What we trying to achieve with Schemes SG is to be non-agency, non-sector, cross all the sectors in Singapore. So the person can come and ask any kind of questions, any kind of help to find information. And how the Schemes SG is designed is from the user perspective, not from the service perspective. So you don't need to know exactly what kind of scheme or kind of service you're looking for. You just describe what you're looking for, what kind of problem you have, and we, using AI, will match you to the right scheme and service. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's actually very neat. Well, Eugene, let's roll back time here. When you first started mapping out Singapore's social assistance ecosystem, when you were researching, right? What were the most surprising discoveries from your initial research?
I want to give credit to the first lead for the Schemes SG was Wei Tan. He's been running it for about 4 years before passing it to me about last year. The interesting points about the discovery and about assistance schemes is there are so many of them. There are, I would say, thousands of different schemes and services in Singapore, both from government, non-government, ground-up initiatives. And they could find quite a bit of overlap when we're doing the data analytics study on the services. There's a lot of overlap across the different schemes, but it's always might be difficult to discover them because they are behind websites, behind the PDFs, complex acceptance criteria, eligibility criteria. So what we did with Schemes is we put all this information into our AI model, and it's able to answer the questions easily just by giving what is your profile and giving you exactly what kind of acceptance and eligibility criteria you can fit for.
Okay, well, I understand where you're coming from there with a lot of schemes, right? Yeah. It's bound to happen in terms of overlapping. Yeah. In that case, tell us, how does it work then? How does Schemes SG work?
So you just need to go to schemes.sg as a website for your desktop or your mobile phone, and you can just type what is your situation like and describe who are you, what kind of problems you have, press search, and we'll find and match the most relevant schemes to your case. And after that, you can continue chatting with the Schemes.sg by describing further what kind of service you're looking for. You can also ask about the eligibility criteria. You can ask it to change the language, start chatting in Chinese or Tamil or Malay. By using the power of AI, we'll be able to translate all the scheme information to the respective language. You can ask it to write a sample application form for you. And it'll just give you a sample form based on information about scheme, based on what you provided. So you can just copy paste it and send it as an email. Right. So we're trying to get as much information as possible for you about all the schemes, and also help you to understand which scheme is best for you and how do you apply, how to take the next steps. And we stop from that point. So if you want to go further, every scheme has a link. You can go to their website and check exactly what information you need.
Okay. I think just now you mentioned about putting in info, letting schemes just run through that information, right? So I was was looking up Schemes SG, one thing that stood out to me was your natural language search tool and tagging system, because that's what was in your website, right? Can you tell us how those features work and why are they unique to Schemes SG?
So what stands us apart is, first of all, we started as Excel file, basically as a Google Sheet. It's just a list of schemes and information about it. But over the last year, we have evolved to make it to be more self-sustainable. So we refer to the list of schemes and links, all the services available. But then we use technology to get information from the websites, to get all the up-to-date information from websites, from PDFs, put it into our database, and then we use AI to extract the information, like who is it for, what services are available. And we also extract such thing as, we call it like a search booster. Basically, we're trying to match the actual people problems, actual people needs to the services provided. So all this is done automatically. We just need to, like, when our people are suggesting, we have a contribute page on schemes.sg, so you can suggest new schemes, new services. When people suggest it, I just need to like take a link, verify it, put it in our system, and then we'll extract information from websites, populate our database, and the schemes will be available on our website. So we try to make the process of maintaining the data, maintaining the schemes as minimal effort as possible.
I see. Well then, Eugene, I am curious though, because you said that people have been using your platform to find out a lot of different schemes. Are you able to share with us what's the one scheme that people search the most?
We have done the analysis on queries, and generally the highest number of queries were around financial assistance. I think naturally, as being as a name of a scheme.sg, financial assistance is the top of the mind. But apart from that, I think the social care services and the counseling care services has been very high in demand as well. Yeah, that's why we also partner with different organizations in Singapore to extend the schemes and make it useful for social workers. So we've been partnering with organizations like Care Corner to get it exactly what they need.
Well, that's amazing. Well, then let's circle back to this bit about Schemes SG using only publicly available information, and you let organizations speak from their own good work. Well, then I have to ask, why is it important to keep the platform's transparency from day one?
Yeah, I'd say trust is the most important, and they want to take any responsibility in the way that we create some new information or we speak for the organizations. We are the platform to provide information and make it transparent to all the social assistants in Singapore. So that's why we go directly to the sources, to the links. We take information from there, but we do not change any of this information. So we have layers of controls in place where we process information to make sure that we have exactly what websites, what the services provide. So that gives assurance to the providers, to all different organizations, that if their scheme comes to the scheme.sg, they know that it will be exactly correct as what they put on their website. And given that we build in the regular updates based on the schemes and services, whenever an organization decided to change the offering or what service they provide, we'll pick it up in the next update, and so the scheme.sg stays up to date to what is being offered.
Okay. That's nice. Well, Eugene, then I want to follow up on this bit where earlier you mentioned you're working closely with social workers, caregivers, and I think even help seekers throughout the development process. What have you learned from engaging with these communities?
So a few things we have heard from social workers, and I think the main thing is the social care in general is very local to the specific area. Like in Singapore, the social care assistance will be specifically to specific areas, like say Marsiling or some Toa Payoh.
So they're going town-based?
It's always town-based. Yeah, so when people are looking for help, they're always looking for something nearby themselves. So this was a discovery for Schemes.sg because we are not based to any kind of location. But we have a feedback from social workers who have added more location-based awareness to the schemes. So you can filter by location when you search for schemes. You can also look for the specific location and all the service boundaries of the schemes when you're doing the search and when you're chatting with the Schemes.sg. Because generally, for people who need the help, they don't want to travel too far away from there, where they live, where they stay.
Okay. Well, then, have you seen any success stories that really stood out to you from users of Schemes.sg?
So we have the feedback form on our website. You can just go, and it's very pleasant to receive several thank you notes from people on our website. Generally, people find that it's great to discover a lot of information and they can reach out and like easily find the right schemes for themselves. But of course, this is always ongoing work. We're iterating and trying to add more schemes, and always open for new contributions. We want to make it like a crowdsourcing.
That's very nice of you. And I think Schemes SG has a lot of potential right there, because a lot of people are indeed looking for help, and when they need it, it's easy to find it through Schemes SG. Well, looking ahead, Eugene, what's next for Schemes SG?
So Schemes SG is a community-run volunteer group. So we are supported by Better.sg, which is a tech for good community charity. Thanks to BetterSG, they provide us infrastructure and like all the services to run the website, but they also provide the volunteers. And as a volunteer group, they organize also a conference called Beacon. So if you want to learn more about the Schemes SG and like meet people in person who are building the Schemes SG, you can come for the Beacon 2025. It's by BetterSG. It's on 1st November. So we'll be presenting there. But we are continuously building to make the Schemes SG as self-sustaining as much as possible. So all the dataset maintenance, dataset updates to run automatically, and also using the latest like Gen AI models to make the chatbot more smarter and more accurate. It's continuous work.
Amazing. Okay, one last time, Eugene, for our listeners out there who wants to find your platform, where can they check it out?
So just open Google and type schemes.sg, or just go to the website, schemes.sg, and feel free to share feedback if you have any. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Eugene.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Naz.
All right, that was Eugene Kim, project lead of Schemes SG, and that is all for Good Tech with me, Nazirul Asrar.
Money FM 89.3